Cancer, can you hear it? There's a rising wave flowing from the depths of the universe, carrying 3 gifts your soul has waited for so long. A radiant golden offering from the heavens money, arriving suddenly like rain after a drought. A fragile veil about to be torn apart, revealing the betrayer who has been smiling right before your eyes. And a miracle breathing, waiting for the exact moment to appear like a white bird flying home from the light. Let your heart open, seal your choice with a like, subscribe to keep the light within you shining, and write down the soul's ritual, I, Cancer, receive what is mine by destiny. For the moment you are ready to step in, the first door will open and money will come, not as luck, but as a key of liberation written in your stars. Cancer, have you ever thought that money was nothing more than numbers on a screen or cold papers in your hand? But today, let me tell you a truth. This is not luck, Cancer. This is release. This is the key to freedom written in your stars. I know many times in your life you have felt exhausted from chasing, from trying without seeing immediate results. You have sat through long nights with red eyes and trembling hands clasped in prayer, whispering, "Is God listening to me? Are these tears falling in vain?" And then in the very moment you stopped expecting, when you learned to surrender in faith, that was when the energy of the universe began to move. A treasure is opening before your eyes, Cancer. But remember, money is not only numbers, money is new breath. It is the door, once locked, now opening. Every coin you receive carries within it not only material value, but also a sacred testimony that you have endured the long winter and did not give up. Each note is not just paper, but a witness that you never gave up. When you see the balance rising, understand this is not only a reward for your quiet efforts, but also a gift God promised your soul before you even entered this life. He has never forgotten the nights you were alone, unseen by anyone but Him, shivering, yet still choosing to trust. He saw you planting each seed in the dark, and now He allows them to bloom in radiant light. And you know the most beautiful thing is this: this abundance does not come for you to waste, nor to prove anything to anyone. It comes to give you freedom. Freedom to step out of bonds, out of relationships, out of habits that once made you small. It comes to remind you that you are not defined by your losses, but by the extraordinary strength to rise again after each fall. Think of it, Cancer, deep within your heart. How many times have you dreamed of this day, the day when you no longer worry about every coin, the day when you can lift your head high and say, "I am worthy, I am blessed, I am free." But listen closely, for the universe never sends only one gift. As the golden light of abundance spreads, another truth is slowly being revealed, and it will not be easy to swallow. Because as the door of wealth opens, another door will close. A shadow, a betrayal will appear in the very moment you thought you were smiling in happiness. Do you have the courage to embrace that truth? Stay for what is about to be unveiled. May make your heart tremble, yet it will also be the stepping stone for the great miracle waiting just ahead. Cancer, have you ever felt a hand clasping yours tightly, giving you a sweet smile, while behind your back they held a cold blade ready? Some people enter your life not to lift you, but to test the strength of your soul. And now that time has come, the blade hidden behind the smile will finally glimmer in the light of truth. I know this sounds painful, for Cancer loves with their whole heart, trusts with their whole soul. You have given your faith to others without holding back again and again. Yet it is this very unconditional trust that makes you most vulnerable. For others, betrayal may be just a scratch, but for you it feels like the whole world shattering in your hands. You do not simply lose a person, you lose a dream, you lose the sense of safety you had cherished for so long. But Cancer, remember this: betrayal does not come to destroy you. It comes to show you that you gave the key to the wrong hands. And when that secret door opens, you do not need to rise in fury. Sometimes your silence is the strongest response. Your silence will echo louder than 1,000 accusations. Your absence will be the heaviest sentence. I believe with all my heart that God is still there, watching every moment, every hidden tear. He allows the truth to be revealed, not to break you, but to free you. God never lets the darkness win. He uses even the betrayers as tools to lead you away from relationships no longer meant for you. And in this very moment, as you see who truly stands beside you, you are given the strength to draw boundaries, to affirm your worth. Let your heart feel the stirring in the air. You will hear the signs like the ringing of a distant bell, averted eyes, an unusual call, or a clumsy word. All these are signs that the truth can no longer be hidden. Your intuition, the gift God placed within you, is now shining like a lamp in the night, guiding you through the fog of deceit. And when you stand before the truth, you will realize one thing: your true strength does not lie in holding someone back, but in knowing when to walk away, when to close a door that has already decayed. The other may try to justify, may try to hide, but the truth has already appeared like light tearing through the darkness. And once the light has poured in, there is no place left to hide. Cancer, take a deep breath. We are being reminded that not every smile is sincere, not every hand that reaches out intends to lift you up. But do not be afraid, because this revelation is itself a grace. It is like a window opening, allowing you to see who is truly devoted and who was only ever a passing shadow. Remember, you do not need to prove, you do not need to argue. Just hold your silence and let the universe do the rest for you. Can you feel it? When the darkness is revealed, the light also becomes clearer. And then, in that crossing of opposites, a miracle is waiting for you just ahead. Cancer, have you ever noticed that the greatest things in life often arrive in the moments we least expect? Not with thunder cracking the sky, but with a soft breeze, a sudden beam of light, a simple message that makes your heart tremble like a ringing bell. Miracles do not arrive with noise. They come like a whisper, yet enough to change everything. I believe that for many years you have wondered, why must I endure so much? Why do my efforts go unseen? And then you learned how to walk in the dark, to wipe away your own tears, to rise each time you fell. It is that resilience that made God smile. He never forgot the nights you prayed in silence. Not a single word of yours vanished into nothingness. He held them all in the palm of his hand, so that today, the harvest finally arrives. Money is flowing toward you like a clear stream. But remember, Cancer money is not the miracle. It is the symbol of the miracle. It does not merely bring material things. It offers you freedom. That freedom allows you to live as you wish, to decide your own path, and above all, to cut the invisible cords that once held you captive. Imagine this: one morning, you open your eyes and see a message appear, an unexpected invitation, an opportunity you never thought of before. The racing heartbeat, the mix of joy and trembling, will tell you the universe is sending you a signal. Each bill is not just paper, it is proof that you never gave up. Your emotions then will be complex. On one side, the overflowing joy of knowing your efforts were never in vain. On the other, the sting of seeing the true face of someone who once stood beside you. This is the crescendo that the universe is arranging, where two opposing currents merge to create a turning point. But Cancer, do not be afraid. The miracle comes not only to make amends, but to confirm that you have been on the right path. You are not the loser, even when you thought you lost everything. The truth is, you are being repaid many times over. Each new opportunity, each door opening before you, is a ticket carrying you out of the darkness into the land of light and truth. You may hear a small voice in your heart whisper, "You have walked through the long night. I am here. This is your reward." And you will understand that nothing is ever accidental. God has written this moment into your destiny. He does not grant miracles so you may forget the past, but so you may see clearly every wound, every loss, every tear. All are seeds now blossoming in sacred light. Cancer, open your heart to receive. Do not think this is only a small consolation. This is a sign that your life is in motion, that the pieces are falling into place, and the final image will be a perfect portrait of triumph. But remember, miracles never arrive alone. They come with truth, with the ringing of bells in your soul. And when you listen closely, you will realize it is within silence that justice steps in. Averted eyes, a careless word, or a heavy pause, each is a sign. Do not overlook them. Do not rush to react. The truth will speak for itself, and in the moment you face it directly, you will feel stronger than ever before. Are you ready, Cancer? Ready to receive the miracle, not only in form, but in your very soul? Remember, God is here placing in your hands the gift you have long awaited, a gift that not only brings abundance, but also confirms that you are worthy of love, worthy of freedom, and worthy of every good thing. And in the very moment that radiant light floods in, another secret will break open, a new door will swing wide, where you will understand that this journey is still unfolding, and the next chapter is where everything becomes clearest. Cancer, after the door of money has opened and betrayal has been laid bare, in the light, you will stand between two opposing tides of emotion. On one side, the radiant joy of reward arriving. On the other, the pain of truth, forcing you to face unhealed wounds. But remember, it is not the explosion of anger that holds power. Silence is the strongest answer of all. You have endured in silence many times, haven't you? At night, instead of arguing, you chose to sit still and let your heart breathe. Others may think it weakness, but I see in it a holy pride. For in silence you preserve your own energy, refusing to waste it in fruitless battles. And in that quiet gaze, you leave those who sought to harm you, unsettled because they no longer hold power over your emotions. Your absence is the heaviest sentence for them. Yes, sometimes you need not speak. The moment you stop, withdraw, and no longer exist in their world, that itself is the clearest justice. In that moment, they must face the emptiness of their own making. My belief is this: there are truths you do not need to shout to prove. There are betrayals you do not need to avenge. For everything that happens in this life is within God's great plan. He uses even silence to protect you, to remind you, you need not fight with swords, for the light in your heart alone is enough to bring the darkness down. And it is in the very days when you choose silence that the universe works most powerfully. You will see doors close, but at the same time, new doors beginning to open. You will realize that silence is not defeat, but affirmation. You will never again allow anyone to cross your sacred boundary. This brings you a great lesson. True justice is not shouting until someone understands, but living better, walking further, and letting your life itself become the clearest proof that light can never be extinguished. I believe that in every moment of your silence, God has heard and recorded it. And it is this patience that is the greatest gift He has placed within the heart of Cancer. Do you feel it? When you are silent, your soul is not empty. On the contrary, it becomes clear, still, and full of strength. You are no longer swept into the whirlpool of suffering, but stand above it, watching everything pass while holding on to peace for yourself. Cancer, in that silence, Something miraculous is being woven. Something pure, gentle, yet powerful is preparing to enter your life. And when it touches you, you will understand that God has never left you. He was only waiting for you to be quiet enough to hear His call. Hold on to that serenity. Let your silence be your strength, not your wound. And in the very moment you learn to stand still in the storm, listening to your heartbeat and the whispers from heaven, another door is quietly opening. Behind it lies not only miracles, but mysterious signs that will lead you to deeper truth. Cancer. Have you ever heard a bell ringing somewhere not knowing where it came from? Yet your heart trembled as if someone had just called your name. Have you ever seen a bewildered glance, an unusual silence, or a message arriving at the wrong time? And you knew with certainty that something was happening. Every bell, every sign, every avoided look, they are all prophecies that only you can hear. Your intuition is not imagination. It is the invisible compass God gave you the day you were born. Others may need proof words, reasons, but you only need a gentle brush of energy to understand the truth. The heart of Cancer is an open doorway into the unseen world where secrets cannot remain hidden for long. I believe that many times in your life you have been called too sensitive, too vague, or even overthinking. But Cancer, that is not a weakness. It is your strength. It is the eyes of the soul, eyes that can see through the masks someone tries so hard to wear. And now your intuition is shining brighter than ever, signaling to you two things. Money is drawing near, and betrayal is revealing its traces. You will find yourself at a crossroads of emotions. On one side is unexpected joy. On the other is caution. The beauty of it is, you do not need to chase anyone, do not need to expose, do not need to prove yourself. Your soul already knows the truth. It is just that your heart is slowly catching up. Remember, God did not place intuition within you so that you would doubt yourself. He gave it to you as a key to discern who is real and who is only a passing shadow. He knows you have trusted wrongly many times, been hurt many times, and now your intuition is the shield. Every sign you recognize becomes a milestone, reminding you that this time you will not wander astray. Just as the full moons illuminate the ocean, your soul reflects that light and knows nothing can stay hidden forever. The betrayer may try to smile brightly, but their trembling hands, their avoiding eyes, or their unusual silence will be the alarm bell. And you, through your stillness, will hear that bell more clearly than anyone. What is the great lesson here? Do not argue, do not scream, do not force understanding. Observe, listen, remember. For justice does not need noise, it only needs an awakened heart. And Cancer, you are the embodiment of that awakening. Do you see? In your silence, everything seems to slow down. The smallest details become clear, like missing pieces filling the gaps in the puzzle of your life. That is when you know you no longer need to search, because the truth is finding its way to you. Cancer, this is not an ending. This is the dawn of your soul. Money comes not only to fill the empty spaces, but to give you the freedom to live true to your essence. That betrayal has fallen behind you like a dry leaf drifting down the river, no longer holding you back. And the miracle light as a bird's wing is flying into your heart, illuminating the fragments that once fell apart. I want you to remember, every loss is only a cleansing to make room for those truly worthy to enter your life. Every tear you have shed has turned into light, lifting you higher, steadier. You are not only surviving the storm, you have been reborn. Thank you for staying until the very end, for listening with your whole heart. I wish you, Cancer, days ahead, shining with freedom, prosperity, and true love. You have walked through the night, and now it is time to step into your own dawn. Write it down as a soul's ritual. I walk without fear toward what is mine. But breathe deeply, for this is only the prelude. Beyond those small signs, beyond the lamp of intuition burning bright in your heart, a miracle is waiting to appear, and it will not only soothe the pain, but also prove that you have never been lost. I'll meet you in the next video.